Hey, what's up, guys? This is Megan from Catch and Cook Fishing. Today, I wanted to show you some underwater footage of how squid bite different lures in Puget Sound. I was curious what gear is more effective, so I dropped my GoPro down with my jigs to see how squid actually react to two common types of squid lures. I have videos of squid attacking weighted jigs and floating jigs. I like both types, but to each their own. This first set of videos will be the inline weighted jigs that I see most people using. I don't think the brand matters too much since they're all very similar in design, but for transparency's sake, these are Bomac Otori jigs with weights between a quarter and half ounce. They're about $4 to $5 each at Sporco, or you can buy some really nice handmade ones that are basically the same thing from experienced squidders on the piers. It looks like the squid attack the jigs from the side and above usually and wrap their tentacles around the lure. They don't usually get really well hooked on the weighted jigs and can often twist themselves off pretty easily by spinning. When they're being timid, they barely even touch the jigs. You can see how quick they are at testing, so you really have to be quick about reeling up when you feel a squid hit. You only have a split second to react, and you have to keep the line tight because if you loosen it at all, the squid can just fall right off since they're not really well hooked and mainly held into place on top of the hooks with the tension of the water as you reel in. I've caught a lot of squid with these type of jigs, but you have to be on top of your shit. The second set of videos is the floating Yozuri jigs. These are their mini squid jigs. You tie a loop for each one instead of putting them directly in line. These are about $7 to $8 each, and you can get them off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. So it looks like the squid have a similar approach to the floating jigs. They're coming at it from the sides, less of the above action like we got with the weighted jigs, but they're still testing the jigs and not all are willing to fully commit to hitting it. So this final clip is a little long, but I wanted to show the entire thing without cutting it because it captures some interesting squid behaviors and shows the main difference between the weighted jigs and the floating jigs. This squid here tries to pull away from the Yuzuri floating jig, but unlike with the weighted jig, he can't twist himself off losing leverage. He's stuck. I mean, look at him spin. I was so excited to see this right here. The spinning behavior is why the Yozuri jigs have a swivel. That swivel is money. And I know this is terrible, crashing my GoPro into the ground, but I kept it in the video because look, the squid is still on. So even after losing tension on the line, he's not going anywhere. And here I am just jigging away like a fool. And down we go again. But the squid is still on. And I go back to jigging. Now, in my defense, the weight of the GoPro meant that I couldn't feel the squid hit the line. But even after all of this terrible fishing on my part, I still got this squid. Most people I see out squidding use the weighted jigs, and that's how I got started too. So, at the risk of being drowned with rocks for heresy, my potentially unpopular opinion, based on these videos and my experience fishing when it's hot and fishing when it's slow, is that the floating jigs are more effective. If the squid are really hitting hard, you're going to catch them no matter what jig you're using if you're quick on the reel and have a good feel for the line. But when the season slows down, or if you're a beginner, I think the floating jigs get you more bang for your buck. There is really no escape from these, and if the squid are down there, you'll get some. So based on this footage, I'll still take both types of jigs out with me, but I think my new favorite is the floating jigs, although I did stab myself much more with them than the weighted jigs. I'd recommend trying both types out, see which one you prefer. This is just one person's experience out on a kayak, so I know there's many ways to slay fish, and fishing on the piers, you might have a different experience. Who knows? Just food for thought. Anyway, happy squidding, my friends!